It was a sunny afternoon at the University of California, Berkeley. The campus buzzed with laughter and youth books, bicycles, and dreams scattered everywhere. Ethan Miller, a quiet literature student with kind eyes, walked through the courtyard holding a worn-out copy of Pride and Prejudice. Just as he sat under an oak tree, a sudden gust of wind scattered someone's papers across the grass. He quickly stood and helped gather them. When he looked up, he saw her Isabella read. Soft curls, nervous smile, eyes that felt like a poem. "Thank you," she said shyly. Ethan smiled. "You write beautifully. Your notes look like thoughts straight from the heart." She blushed. "They're just class notes." But from that moment, something began. Something neither of them could name, yet both could feel. Days turned into weeks. Ethan and Isabella found excuses to meet in the library, the cafe near campus, or long walks by the lake. They talked about books, dreams, and what love really means. He'd read her poetry, and she'd draw sketches of him while pretending not to look. One evening, sitting on the beach watching the sunset, Isabella asked softly, "What if life separates us someday?" Ethan looked at her and said, "Then I'll keep loving you. Across time, across everything." She smiled, but deep inside she feared he might be right. After graduation, life's cruel timing arrived. Isabella's parents arranged her marriage in New York. Ethan tried everything, but fate has its own stubborn will. On the night before her wedding, they met one last time at the old cafe. Rain poured outside, just like the first day they met. "Promise me you'll never forget me," Ethan whispered. Tears rolled down her cheeks. "You'll always be the part of me no one else will ever know." And just like that, she was gone. Ethan never married for love again. He did marry once, but his heart always carried the ghost of a girl who once lost her papers in the wind. 45 years slipped by like pages of an old diary. Ethan, now in his late 70s, lived alone in a quiet coastal town in California. He spent his mornings walking by the same beach where he once sat with her. Sometimes he'd close his eyes and hear her laughter carried in the wind. He'd whisper, "I kept my promise, Isabella." One crisp morning, while walking through the park, Ethan noticed an elderly woman sitting on a bench feeding birds. Her hair was silver, her hands slightly trembling, but her smile, it was her smile. He froze. Could it be? He walked closer. She looked up, and time itself stood still. "Ethan?" she said softly, her voice breaking. "It's really you?" he whispered. They both laughed and cried at the same time, as if life had finally returned what it once stole. They sat together, talking for hours, about their children, their lives, the choices they made, and the love that never truly left. Isabella told him, "Every time I saw the ocean, I thought of you." Ethan smiled. "And every time I read a poem, I heard your voice." As the sun began to set, Ethan said, "Maybe we couldn't be together in one lifetime, but maybe love isn't meant to end with time." Isabella held his hand, tears glistening in her eyes. "Then, maybe next time, we won't wait for fate. We'll find each other sooner." He nodded, eyes full of peace. "Next time," he whispered. They sat quietly, as the sky turned gold in two old souls who had finally found their way back, not to start again, but to finish a story time never could. Love doesn't fade. It simply waits for the right time, the right place, and the same two hearts to meet again. Tay.